Hello. We are live today here. We're actually everywhere right now. We are on YouTube. We are in Mega Selling Artists. We're also in Women Entrepreneurs Embracing Wealth. So we are live here. I'm so excited to talk to you today. Today I am giving you the exact same sales system, the system that I have used to make more than six figures. It's the same system that when I work with my artists, it works for them too. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I can't wait to walk through that. So who am I? I'm Shawna St. James. I'm the founder of Mega Selling Artists, also Women Entrepreneurs Embracing Wealth. And my whole goal, my mission, and everything I do here inside this program that I'm doing right now is to help you create, sell, and thrive. Meaning, I want you to have the business and life that, frankly, you deserve and you've always wanted. And so, everything I'm doing and giving you are the tools and the strategies, everything that you need to be able to achieve that, no matter what your goal is. It doesn't matter whether, your goal is to make $1 million, six figures, or even if you're just like, yeah, no, Shawna, I just need $30,000 this year and I am good with my business. If that's your goal, this is going to do that for you too. So let's talk a little bit about, I'll call it the circumstances, right? Or the catch 22 that a lot of us entrepreneurs are in. So we're out there, we're doing our business. We've had some success. It's not that we aren't succeeding, but we're not getting to the sales goals that we would like to be at. And we're still kind of a solo team, right? We may not have enough income yet to be able to invest in building a team around us so that we can take some of the things off of our plates. What are those things that we do, right? Well, besides doing all the administrative stuff, we're creating the content that we're out there communicating with our audience with. We're creating our products. If you're an artist, that takes a lot of time, right? Creating a piece of art isn't a product that's already produced. You're producing them one piece at a time. And when we're doing all these things, plus we have to sell, plus we have to be, out here for our audience. Those are the things that can take up a lot of time and energy. So having a system that we can count on, a formula that we know works for selling every single time is super important. All right. So today we are getting ready to dive in. I can't wait to share this with you. And let's get going. All righty. Let's see. Is my mic muted? Nope. It's good. It's good. All right. If you are here live, of course, I love it when you stop in and say hello. So let me know that you are here if you're watching this live. If you are watching this in replay, because we actually have people who are from across the world or across the pond, and this is not the most convenient time being that they're sleeping. So if you are working and busy right now, or if you weren't able to watch it live for any reason and you're watching it in replay, let me know. Hit hashtag replay, type that in so that I know that you have been able to join us and get this amazing content. This is still a new day and time. So for those of you who have not been here a long time, you may like, yeah, no, Thursdays, this is my day. For those of you who used to hang out with me on Tuesdays, we have moved this to Thursday. So if you're watching this and you're like, wait, I missed it because I thought it was Tuesday, we are now on Thursdays. All right, let's go ahead and share my screen so we can dive in and start talking about this. Let's just go ahead and we're just going to share the entire screen, I believe. There we go. Takes a minute to switch over here. All right. Yeah, things are a little slow. I have a new camera, you guys, and I think it uses a lot of energy in my system here. All right. I'm not going to be able to see your comments while I have this up here, but I want to make sure that this is big enough for you to see. So, do you have a money making system? That's what we're talking about today. This system right here. And I know a lot of you have this sales map, this sales success map. I have actually given to you so that you have this. I recommend that you pin this up, like post it on a bulletin board right near where something that you look at every day when you're at work. Because as long as you're walking through these 8 steps in this sales system, you are on your way to having a 6-figure income. So let's talk about each one before I let you go today, right? So number one, the first thing we have to do is we have to know who our ideal customer is. Our product, who is our product for? So once we know who they are, sometimes that takes a little time and a little work to be able to figure that out. That's something I love to help my clients do. Once you know who that is, you need to know exactly what to do to get out there and go find them. Where are they? Where is your target audience? Where are they hanging out? Now, we do, frankly, a lot of online business. I don't really work in, in retail situations anymore. Most everything is online and virtual. So you need to know where your ideal customer is hanging out online, which means we have to know more than, their income level and certain demographics. We also need to know how they think to be able to do that, to be able to know where they are. What do they like? What do they hate? What are they scared of? What do they buy? All of those things. And we'll talk about that once you're inside the program. This is something we dig deep into because it makes everything else so much easier, which leads us to number 2. We've got to be able to message to our audience, meaning we need to be able to share our purpose for what we're doing in a way that helps them understand that we can serve them, that we have something to help them. We're not just trying to sell something to them to get them to buy something. The reason that we want them to purchase our art is about sharing our purpose. And when you know how to message to your audience in a way that really helps them connect with you as a human being, it changes the whole complexion or the sales conversation in general. So that number 3, we're moving through these steps. We got to find our audience, know where to find them. Then we have to know what our message is. How are we going to connect with our audience? And then once we do that, there's a sense of engagement there. This isn't just, hey, do you want to buy my stuff? There's a conversation, there's a connection, there's a back and forth exchange before we move to, okay, you know what? I have a solution for your problem. I understand you. I understand what all of your problems are. That's what we're talking to our audience about. And then we're showing them how we can solve their problems, which means that we're presenting solutions to our clients, solutions for whatever issues they're having. If you're an artist, maybe the problem is they don't know how to buy a piece of art. They don't really know all the steps. They don't understand what they need to do to make sure they get that perfect piece of art. But you do, you can offer them that solution. If you're a coach or if you are offering some kind of a program that's going to help someone solve a problem, maybe they're struggling with mindset. Maybe they don't know how to, maybe they're a real estate agent and you're coaching them on how to communicate with their audience in a really solid way that's going to help compel their audience to use them as their realtor. Whatever it is you're doing, we need to be able to offer the correct solution for the exact problem that our customer or client is having. Then we've got to be able to handle objections. Now, objection handling, a lot of people think that that happens at the end. It definitely does not happen at the end. It happens all throughout our conversations with people, meaning in that connection and engagement, in offering solutions, in our messaging. We are constantly really seeding, or what's a better word? We're always layering in how our solution solves people's problems and really is the solution for all their objections. If we do our jobs right, there really aren't very many objections. If we understand clearly what our customer needs and where they're coming from and what problems that we're going to solve with our product, then the objections are gone. That is just not part of your conversation anymore. It's a wonderful thing to be able to do. There's a specific way to do that. There's a formula for doing that. That is something that we teach inside. If this is something that you are hung up on, you're like, yeah, I always get into a conversation, but when it comes down to price, they never want to pay the price. Well, a lot of times not paying the price is just about not your customer not understanding the value of your product and how it will be the solution to that problem. So when we can do that, it changes the complexion of the conversation. That sales conversation is what we move into next, right? Let me grab a drink. In that conversation, that's part of our connection and our back and forth engagement. What we're doing is helping them walk through the decision making process. Making a decision to purchase a product that's $3,000, $5,000 is not always an impulse decision, right? It takes some thought process. So we need to understand how our customer thinks. We need to understand how our customers make decisions. This is part of sales science. This whole system is sales science. You are seeing the sales science system in action here. But when we know how to really work with them and communicate with our customers in a way that they clearly understand, because we're giving them everything they need to make that buying decision, then having them close the deal becomes easy, just becomes simple. So once we make that sale, we're not done. We're not done. What comes next for our customer? We've got to make sure that we stay connected with them so that we can stay relevant for whatever they need, whether that maybe they've solved the problem. Maybe they bought a piece of art for their master bedroom, but now they're moving, or maybe they're downsizing. Whatever that is when it comes to the art world, we have to be able to stay in contact with them. We don't just let them drop off the face of the earth because we want to be able to offer them what's next. What's next for them? Just because they've solved one problem doesn't mean they're not going to have another one. And we want to be perfectly positioned to be the top of mind when it comes to that solution that they need. Especially if we've done everything else right, at this point, we are actually friends. Our people know, like, trust us. So of course they're naturally going to think of us when they need a product or a solution. And that's because we have stayed in their world and we have become part of who they are. And that is everything that it takes for us to become completely part of a sales science system that makes it so easy to stay part of our customers' lives and in their universe that it feels completely natural. It's no longer hard work anymore. It's actually enjoyable. This sales science system completely changed my business, but not only that, it changed my life. It changed my life because I was able to change my customers' lives. And as long as that's our focus, then you're not going to be able to go wrong with sales. You just can't. As long as we are focused on making sure that we are solving our customers' problems with our product, then everything is going to go great. You're going to reach your sales goals. You're going to sell more than ever before. And that's the secret also to being able to raise your prices. When we walk through all 8 steps, people automatically see the value of what you're offering, and price is no longer an issue because they know that you have the solution that they need. All right, I'm going to sign off. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on our business page, if you're watching here in one of our private communities, let me know. If you would like to really dig into how this specific system applies to your business, because everybody's business is different. So we take these general steps in this formula, but how they apply to your business is going to be a little bit different. If you want to know what that looks like, we can map this out for you specifically in your business. I offer that as a complimentary call to my audience, to the people here who have hung out with me and are interested in knowing how this works. Let me know. All you need to do is type in my biz into the comments anywhere. I'll be checking all over in Facebook, on YouTube. And if you type my biz, I will be reaching out to you. I will be reaching out to you. Now, if you are on YouTube, I'm going to give you a heads up. If you are on YouTube and I don't have any other way to connect with you, I'm going to need you, either your email, or I'm going to need you to come over here on Facebook where I can give you the link that you need, because we're going to book a free complimentary call and we're going to dig into what specifically is going on with your business. Where are you at? Where do you want to go? Let's figure out the steps that are missing in between where you're at now, where you want to go. Let's get it fixed. Let's get it fixed. All right. I'm going to say ciao for now, and I will see you next Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Time. Take care.